Likely going to have the divorce talk with my 36M wife, 37F, because of this. My wife, 37F, and I, 36M, have been married for 10 years. We have what by all accounts is a good life. I make good money. She stays at home, absolutely her choice. We have 2 kids ages 7 and 12. She is an amazing mother. She is the most loyal person I've ever known, almost to a fault. However, we operate more like business partners than anything else. We rarely talk about anything unrelated to responsibilities. We sleep in separate rooms. Our house has 6 bedrooms. We have had sex once in the last 18 months. It has been extremely infrequent in the last 5 years. If we fight, it is about something trivial, and we don't really fight that often. At this point I feel very little for her attraction-wise. Hugs and kisses feel forced. I should also add that I stay in fairly good shape. I'm 6 feet 1 inch, 210 pounds, muscular built. She has never been a workout person but was in great shape when we met. After the second child she lost the baby weight but then started gaining a year later. Now she is fairly out of shape. That is definitely not a main factor, but it might be relevant to the lack of attraction. I never considered divorce until now. I feel like I would be ruining so many lives just because I'm not happy. Even though she isn't happy either, I know this decision would devastate her too. Part of me feels like she is in denial. This year she asked me for another baby, to which I said absolutely not. Some things to consider because others have asked. We have done counseling before but it didn't really do anything and eventually faded away when we got busy. I wouldn't be opposed to trying again though. I started sleeping in a different bedroom because she complained about me occasionally snoring. Also, I go to bed after her. She sleeps about 9 hours. I do 6. Her family lives in town. She spends plenty of time with them. She does have friends, she goes out with them. I keep the kids. She does the same for me. I do a proportionate amount of chores that we have agreed upon. I clean, maintain about 1/3 of the interior of the house and all of the exterior of the house. She does handle most appointments for the kids, but I do spend plenty of time with them. Any words of wisdom would be valuable. Would you all consider divorce? Only you can decide if this is divorce worthy. Before jumping to that, definitely have a talk with her about how you're feeling. Give counseling another try. Sounds like y'all got too complacent while along the way raising kids. I am sure y'all are so different than when y'all first met. Why don't you try dating her again and getting to know her? It could be worth a shot. My wife and I have been sleeping in different rooms and beds for the past 10 years or so, and I love it, but it's a personal choice. Sex life is to be desired as I want more, but it's hard with 2 kids in a house with only 3 bedrooms. But we love each other to death. Here's what has worked for us. We talk about mundane things and important things. Literally sit down on the couch and just talk. Watch a movie together. Go out on dates, have someone watch the kids. Do the chores together, do not separate them out. Cook extravagant meals together. Do yard work together. Do laundry together. Go for walks. Freaking do everything together that is not sex related. Reddit is filled with posts like this, they are almost cookie cutter. It's always a man, either in middle age or approaching it. It's always a marriage of at least 10 years. The wife is always overweight, but that never the main reason for the loss of attraction. And the husband is either in shape or got into shape recently. And the main problem is always lack of sex and living like roommates. It sounds like you're bored with your life, not just your marriage. You're knocking on 40, and I'm guessing that you're wondering if the grass is greener on the other side. It rarely is emo. Only you can decide if you want a divorce. But if your marriage, wife, kids and life mean anything to you, don't be quick to throw it away. The grass is greenest where you water it. Getting a divorce is so much hard work emotionally and financially that you might as well pull out all the stops in trying to fix things with your wife. Sounds like you need date nights and do novel things together. You two need to leave the house and have fun together. Most likely this is from you two being content with your lives and you got bored. You two have not fought or have any negative feelings towards each other. It is possible to bring it back. Maybe go on a short trip together, go on a nice dinner, something romantic once a week to bring the spark back. The thing about love is that you always need to keep choosing your partner and making them feel special. If you don't make them feel special anymore, the love fades, but you can always bring it back. If you give your wife unconditional love and you show how much you appreciate her, she will start glowing and wanting you. The grass is greener where you water it. My 36M boyfriend stormed out on my 30th birthday today and told me I ruined it myself. My boyfriend, 36M, and I have been dating a little over a year, and I honestly don't know what to think anymore. For some context, last year on this exact day, 29th birthday, I was blindsided with news that I unfairly and unexpectedly failed a clinical rotation in my doctorate program, Pediatric Acute Care Nurse Practitioner program. They failed me 8 months before graduation and the program is 4 years total. I would have graduated in May. I've spent the last year grieving that severe depression, and just last month I finally got to re-enter the class. I am now working with a lawyer and spending thousands of dollars because the same mentor and professor tried to dismiss me unfairly again during the first week of classes after 1 year of waiting to retake this class as it is only offered once a year, in June. Just yesterday, the lawyer asked me for a time-sensitive document and also has asked for one today on my birthday. He came over unexpectedly last night even though I told him I had a lot to do. I barely slept. This morning I was tired, low energy, and emotionally drained, not mean or trying to pick a fight. I asked what we should do today. Our only plan was an 8 p.m. dinner with my family, and he just said, "Well, what do you want to do?" I got frustrated. I've been carrying so much lately, I was hoping he'd just step up, make a plan, or even grab a coffee or breakfast to start the day. I took a shower, got ready ECT. About an hour's worth of time and I thought when I went downstairs around 10:30 a.m. he would have a coffee waiting for me since I expressed I wanted one. Well, went downstairs and he was sitting on the couch with a grim look on his face. I said, "You didn't get a coffee or anything?" He got defensive and said I was being ungrateful. He ended up yelling at me, storming out, telling me I ruined my own birthday, cursing at me and that I should sit with the consequences of how I acted. He left around 11:30 a.m. and hasn't contacted me once. We have a dinner reservation tomorrow with some of our friends, but he already told me we'd go, for the sake of the guests, not to celebrate me. Now it's 6 p.m. I still haven't heard from him. I need to write another legal document for my lawyer since today is the last day of the semester, and I'm under intense pressure to get it written ASAP. My boyfriend knows all of this. I'm so depressed and overwhelmed that I can't move. I don't even want to go to dinner with my family anymore. He says I never take accountability. He says I make everything about me. But I didn't scream at him, I didn't insult him, I just expressed disappointment and hope to feel special after the last year on my birthday. I also want to mention once he started yelling at me and insisting that I said he does nothing for me, which I know I did not, and telling me I owe him an apology and I need to take accountability, I lost it. He knows I am not okay and all the pressure I am under and acting this way on my birthday. I started yelling back and crying and slammed my bedroom door. That's when he left and said, "Fuck you." I said, "You're really doing this on birthday? You know I was failed unexpectedly last year on my exact birthday and I wanted to reclaim that." He said, he didn't care and I should think about my behavior and that they have consequences. One more edit. His dad and I share the same birthday. He's very enmeshed with his family, which I usually don't mind since we live an hour apart and don't get to see each other daily. Before my birthday, he brought up using a hotel suite we had won during a Halloween contest to celebrate with his dad on Friday, my actual birthday. The hotel is meaningful to his parents because they spent part of their honeymoon there. He said we could celebrate my birthday the next day instead. Also, his parents don't like me because they think I'm unreliable and unserious, my unexpected clinical failure. And my parents don't like him, as they are around a lot when he acts like this and see me crying on the phone and an anxious ECT. When I should be focused on school. So me celebrating with his family on Friday was not an option. I was a little disappointed, it was my 30th, and I hoped he'd want to spend the actual day with me, or at least part of it. But when I said that, he flipped out and called me selfish and yelled at me. I was already so emotionally drained from everything going on with school and the lawyer that I just told him it was fine. I even sent him screenshots of my mom telling me it wasn't a big deal and to let him celebrate with his family, just so he'd calm down and stop attacking me. Later, I found out his sister and her boyfriend were in Greece, so his family wasn't even celebrating that day and expected me to just assume he can come to dinner with my family and I. This left a bad taste in my mouth and ruined the excitement around my birthday. Is this on me, or is he emotionally abusive and unsafe? Update. It's 8 p.m. and he knows I had a reservation at this time for my birthday dinner but he had my location and sees I'm home. After ignoring me all day after leaving and cursing me out, he said, "I hope your call with the lawyer was productive and you have a nice birthday dinner with your family." Also FaceTimed my multiple times. Will not be responding. Update. Went to dinner and trying to finish note on my phone as my parents were having a meltdown about me missing my birthday dinner 2 years in a row now and also know my boyfriend does this during holidays and big events and refused to allow him to ruin my birthday after this past year. Update. He found the Reddit post and of course is saying my recall of events are inaccurate and that I was in fact the one who ruined my birthday and he has no part in ruining my birthday. Classic narcissist. Do you really think that the person you just described fits the bill of teammate or partner? Are you serious? He thought being disappointed upon hearing "what do you want to do" was out of line. You should sit with your consequences? He didn't plan anything. He spoke down to you and treated you as if you were his child. He yelled, told you to fuck off. Is your question really, is this on me? The only thing that is on you is that you tolerate anyone treating you this way. You really should fuck off right out of his life. Never excuse the inexcusable. It's concerning that you would ask if this is your fault. He's abusive. I strongly recommend getting a therapist if you don't know that you need to leave. Why are you on Reddit instead of finishing your document? Finish the paper. Go to dinner without him. Then carve out some time to really think through whether with all you're already dealing with, you need a significant other who not only can't be bothered to make any plans for your birthday under any circumstances, but throws a tantrum and hurls insults when called on it in the mildest of terms. You, upstairs at 4145. Hashtag put the phone down and write your legal letters. You've been on this thread for 2 hours. Hashtag go work on your future. What do? You throw this one away and find a better boyfriend. He's 36 and still acting like an unregulated toddler. Ma'am, really? My 27F boyfriend, 29M, gave a full body massage to his female housemate without asking me first. Hi everyone, I'm feeling in need of a sanity check here. My now ex-boyfriend and his female housemate have a thing where they trade shoulder massages. They've been doing this since before he and I met, and their relationship is only platonic. We discussed this and I said it made me feel uneasy, but they continued to do it, and I tried to just get over it. A couple of days ago he let me know over the phone that he was going to be late coming to my house the next evening because he was giving this woman a massage for her birthday. I admittedly became very angry. He said that, I knew that he and housemate traded shoulder massages, seemingly implying this time would be yet another run-of-the-mill shoulder massage. He then slipped up and let me know that this massage would last an hour. I responded that nobody gives an hour-long shoulder massage. He gave a long pause and then admitted this one would be full body. He claimed that he was scared to bring this up to me because I might get angry or say no, and he was hoping he could just do it and then have me be okay about it after the fact. This feels like a massive violation of relationship and monogamy norms to me. His response was that I'm controlling, I don't let him have close friends, and that he shouldn't have to be afraid to bring up something as small as a massage to me. This feels like insane gaslighting. He is free to have close friends, but there are limits. It's my belief that in a monogamous relationship, there are things that are universally understood to be off limits unless otherwise discussed. An hour-long, full-body massage to a member of the opposite sex seems, to me, to fall under this category of, obviously not okay unless agreed upon by both partners. This entire situation feels beyond ludicrous to me, and I believe that he does not have an appropriate understanding of what it means to be in a committed, monogamous relationship. When I in the past wanted to do things that may have hurt him, not been okay, for example, I remain friends with a couple of my exes and we hang out sometimes, I brought this up to him and had a conversation, letting him know that if he was uncomfortable, I would prioritize him and our relationship. Some additional context. We have had trust issues in the past. Shortly after we became exclusive, he let me know that he had relapsed on his OnlyFans addiction. He subscribed to women's profiles and sent messages to them. This was extremely upsetting to me, but he is otherwise a sweet, caring, and wonderful person, so I decided to look past it and give him a second chance. Knowing this history of broken trust makes this boundary violation feel even worse to me. How would you guys feel if you were in this situation? Edit. Thank you everyone for your input. I've read all your replies even if I can't respond to them all. To clarify, because many have been asking, he is not a massage therapist. He has expressed interest in potentially becoming one, and I know he likes giving massages in general, but as far as I know, the housemate is the only one he gives them to on a regular basis. Nah man, he tried hiding it, he knew it was wrong. Advice. Keep him as an ex and move on with your life. This is so inappropriate. If he isn't a massage therapist then there is no reason he should be touching her. An hour-long massage with another woman, something more is going on. Dump him. He was scared to bring it up because he knows it's wrong. He's in a committed relationship and obviously massaging another woman's body from head to toe is unacceptable. Are you going to accept it or are you going to realize he's a liar who won't voluntarily be truthful unless you call him out or he slips up? This is cheating. Even if it's platonic, it's cheating. Again, what is it going to take? A man who had a porn addiction shouldn't be giving another woman a full body massage. Just an opinion. My 25M girlfriend, 22F, cheated on me in Australia. We're from the US. What next? Throw away because we both use Reddit. We've been together for a while and have been building a life back home. We share an apartment and cars together plus other financial obligations. She wanted to go to Australia and I agreed, so I paid for half of it. She bought us tickets to a rugby game but backed out because she was feeling sick and insisted that I just go by myself so the tickets don't get wasted and to get dinner beforehand. I tried checking in on her before and during the game but she wasn't answering. I ended up leaving early and when I got back to our room she wasn't there. She messaged me saying sorry that she didn't answer or reply sooner but she fell asleep. I played along and confronted her soon as she walked in the door. She admitted where she was and what she had done. She told me she had met him on Instagram months ago. They moved to WhatsApp and Snapchat. Would have video calls, nude and sexual, and that she had sent him over 100 plus photos and videos. She told me she loves him, not me. There was no remorse in how she said it. I ended things instantly. She grabbed some of her things and left, so I assumed she went to his place. What advice do you have on what to do next, not only with what we share back home but also the fact I paid for half a trip so she could cheat on me? Shit, I'd leave her in Australia. The guy can pay for her flight back, I wouldn't give a fuck. You did the right thing ending things immediately. Don't change your mind on that. I would focus on getting your affairs in order. Your financials, the apartment, everything. I would enjoy the time you got in Australia. Here it's a good place for single people. Go home immediately and clear the apartment out? You're going to experience a lot of grief and heartache. That's okay. That's normal. You also dodged a bullet. It was better to find out now rather than later. Start putting plans in place now so that you can make a clean exit. If you have tight finances, speak to a lawyer ASAP. All the best to you. Don't forget to contact the Australian Immigration Office to report her planned visa overstay, plan to work to support herself while she's here. Leave her here so the Australian men can chew her up and spit her out like the foul's boss she is. Wow, she used you to pay for half of the trip so she could fuck another guy. That's cold. Might as well enjoy the rest of the trip. Make a Tinder account and see if any locals are interested.